Yes. Thank you so much, Rabbi. This class is dedicated to l'école cinéma Sinan Ben Esther Saran.
This is in English, right, Esther? English?
English.
Because you could select the language with me, you know. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. So first, a little something about my friend Esther. How many years do I know you, Esther? 17? 18? I think from before, in Cancun. No, it was not in Cancun. Say the truth. We met in Cancun. Come on. You're really a special person. You know that, but to see you grow how you did is really incredible, very inspiring. You became such an inspiration for many, many people. And for that, thank you very, very much. You know, when Esther called me, I'm like, it's such a smart way to even get all the communities instead of each one having a little women's class here and there's, you know what, let's just do it here and that's it. Much better. It's really an incredible job what you're doing, and we know it comes from the heart and from all the passion, and that's why you have atzlacha and you'll have even more atzlacha. Well, she asked me to give this topic. Well, we discussed, you know, but this topic, it is it is a sefer that transformed my life, that really changed my life completely. I changed when I discovered this sefer after having many, many, many deep philosophical questions. So already from what I'm saying, you can understand that this is a deep philosophical, mystical book, but that touches, you know, deep things of the core of our existence. And I don't know in which category I would put the book. Sometimes it's good to know what is the category of the book. Where you know, you go to a bookstore and you have history and you have philosophy and you have religion. I don't know in which one I would put it, honestly, because it has a little bit of everything together. And you need patience, though, to appreciate the depth of the book. So that's why this is not a learning that is occasional. If you really want to get the strength of this book, you need to come every week. I need to come every week also. But it's a continuous thing, and it's good that there's a week in between, because some people sometimes learn this book with people and they say, can we learn every day, you know, 20 minutes? I said, no, you need a week to think about what we discuss. It's not, you know, it's not just learning. It's really about thinking about life, about everything of life. So today we're probably not going to learn much of the book because we need to talk about things, and this is going to be interactive. I'm not going to speak for X amount of time because it's very deep and personal. We need to talk about these things. And so if you want to talk. Not too much though, please. No, but we need to exchange ideas. I'm going to start with one. There's something that is missing in any scientific study or anything, and that is the question why. They say that in science, you cannot answer why. You could answer what and how. But the question why, you can't. And quite frankly, the scientists don't care about why. So a scientist is going to talk about a law, a physical law. So you take the law of gravity. My phone fell. It's the law of gravity. We could calculate how fast it goes based on the weight of the item. we could calculate on other variables, if there's wind, if there's oxygen, less oxygen, a lot of variables. And that's what scientists will do. They will look at a law, study the law, and come up with a formula or something. That's what they do. If you go to the scientists and you say, why is there gravity in the world? So, quite frankly, I don't know, and I don't care, because that's not my job. My job is to study science. So, but there's one thing that is going to happen, and that is that the scientist is going to maybe bring his discovery to a businessman, a smart businessman, say, look, I made a discovery. There's gravity. Ah, gravity? Huh, never heard of it. Okay, good. We could study it, and now we could monetize it, for example. So he won't know, for example, how is he going to monetize this? Did you ever see how they destroy buildings? Smaller buildings, they have a crane that has a ball, a big heavy ball, and they let it drop, boom, on a piece of the building, depending where, what height, etc. So now the scientist is going to tell them, okay, you want to destroy the building? The best way how to do it would be like this, like this, like that. If you do it without knowing, it will take you 2 weeks. If you do it the way I'm telling you, it's going to take you 3 days. Oh, here we go. I could monetize a discovery that is a scientific discovery, right? I'm giving simple examples so we understand. So I don't know why, but I could know what is it, how to use it in order to have a purpose with it, right? This is laws of science. Now we have to ask ourselves a question. And that question is multiple aspects and angles to that question. But the most important question and most basic question we have to ask ourselves is, why do we live? What the purpose of life is, and how we live. 3 questions. Why, how, and what? So what is life? And why did Hashem do that? What's the purpose of life? It's not an easy question to answer. So I'm going to do a quick, I should start from that side. If you don't want to answer, you could pass to the next person next to you, but to give to the one across from you then. Okay.
To leave my turn.
You're right.
I want to speak about it.
Right. You're right. It is a deep question. But once I can ask you a question.
Of course.
How old are you? 37. Good. It's good. Al 120. You never asked yourself that question?
Yes, but I have a lot of answers, and it's never the same answer.
Ooh.
According to my age, to my situation.
Yeah,
very yes.
Great answer. This is going to get more complicated than I anticipated. What's the purpose of life? What are we here for? Let's start with that. Okay, I'll start with this lady. Don't worry.
I was in.
Oh, you want to? Okay. She wants you to start.
Okay.
So to
Oh.
make everything better, like to always grow.
To always, but that doesn't answer why.
Why?
What for? What do we achieve? Now, I'm going to stop you for a second. It's very important, this question. You know why? Because I like always saying there's a GPS system that we have, right? Your phone has incredible features. If we don't put an address in the most complex GPS system, we don't know where we're going, right? You could have the most developed GPS system. It could tell you everywhere there's traffic, everything. If you don't type the address, what is it good for, right? We need an address. That's what I'm trying to achieve now. What's the address that I'm putting on my GPS? So what's your address?
I don't think I did.
All right, I go back to this is a ping pong game. This is great.
No, so the question is, what the goal of the life?
What do you put on your life GPS? Because we always talk, look, it's before Rosh Hashanah, everybody says,
Okay, so,
you have to grow, you have to change, you have to evolve. Where are you going?
so the main idea, I think, in my opinion, of the life, it's to be depending about ourselves, correct? For myself, I think it's to become the best version of myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
For me, for the others, for
What's the
Hashem,
purpose of
for
that?
Is it what I say, but you say it's not.
Get my
No, I didn't say no. What's the purpose of being the best version of this?
improve
Okay, for
the
what?
relationship with others, with Hashem.
Well,
So to be the best version, the most, je sais pas comment on dit épanoui.
I don't know either how you say épanoui. It's a good word though.
To do our best, to be the best version of ourselves.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm not going to react.
okay.
I very good. I'm not going to say good, bad. It doesn't matter. It's personal. You're saying
Correct.
your goal in life is I want to become the best version of myself. Thank you. Next. If you don't want to answer, you could give it to the one next to you. The one next to you, she has a lot of things she wants to say right now. Because she likes, oh, there's a few. I'm saying the one next to the one with the green sweater. She wants to talk, but it's your turn. So you decide, you keep it or you pass it. Oh.
Yeah, you're right. I have an answer. Yeah. I want to use my potential to repair.
To what?
Repair.
So the goal is to repair.
Yeah.
To
My
repair.
goal is to repair.
So somebody broke something.
But if I'm here, it's because I'm broken. Yeah.
You are here because you're broken?
No, if I'm in this world, it's because I have something to do. You're not broken.
You don't have to have what I'm saying is, I said I'm not going to react, but I am. Meaning, why does it have to start with something broken? I'm not criticizing, I'm just asking you, you're using very strong words.
It's a very strong word, but broken means that I came with someone before someone didn't achieve the mission. So I'm here to repair this mission. The mission is broken.
Okay.
So I'm coming with the mission, also with the potential. So I'm using my potential to repair. And I know what I have to repair. I know myself.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. Next. This is going to get very interesting.
The GPS that you put into life
Yeah.
address is to reveal godliness in this world. The purpose is to draw out godliness in this world, and that includes creating a potential, it includes repairing. If you seek godliness, you are repairing, you are maximizing your potential, you're making a home for God to reside here.
Thank you very much. Esther Sidbon, where are you? You're the one, she left before as soon as you started talking, said, let me leave so they skip me. Hey, Dana.
I said to reveal godliness in this world. Okay.
So this mission is to do Hashem's will. Like he placed me in this world for a reason. I'm not always sure what it is, but I'm learning to try to understand what he expects from me to do.
So the difference between your answer and her answer is that you're saying
I'm not very sure.
what and how, right? You're saying what and how, and she's saying why. You see the difference? Oh, so you need each other for achieving that goal. You use the same GPS system, you just... Because what you're saying, if I may, you're saying, I'm driving a car. with my GPS because you could put driving or walking or public transportation. You're saying, I'm driving a car. That's what you're saying. You're using the Torah. But what for?
To get to the destination.
Okay, what's the destination?
Hashem's will, that's right. Till the destination is what Hashem is expecting, and it's in the Torah, the Bible reveals, helps us to understand that purpose. Yeah, that's what I think now.
Okay, fine. Next. Ah, I know you. Yes, you also became great on this. You want me to make the speech about you again?
The spiritual is not so, doesn't take so much place because you have to work and you have to have a job description and things like that. So it's not so easy every time.
Saying as you mature, things may change.
But more time for the spiritual.
Okay. Thank you. Next. This guy, she doesn't know. That's the second round.
Welcome.
Oh, this is a deep class. I'm just letting you know.
It's good.
I find it's, you live your life based on, at least, you have to find Hashem in everything, little thing that you do. So, yeah, always be down hustle people, if you find the good in everything that Hashem gives you and that you do in life, just you stay positive and you keep on putting the next.
That's the how.
You find that's the how, exactly.
Why? What for? To feel better? That's it.
So you can feel good.
I feel great when I eat pizza.
We have the Torah. Hashem gave us our guide, our book to follow.
That's
the
how.
life.
That's the guide. That's the car. That's the car. That's the car. He's giving you this car, take the good model. It's a Torah model. Okay. Now where you going? All right. Becky, everybody wants you to talk.
Please remember, like some learning, like Hashem created the world, obviously for many reasons, but lehativ in Bru'at, right? To do good with what he created. So I feel like when we do that, we're emulating him and we're bringing Hashem into the world. So that could be the.
That's very good. You took the why, the how, and the what, and you put it all together. Yeah, it's great. No, because you're saying, yeah, it's good. I don't have to repeat. You did it great. Uh-oh, Sharon. Oh, jeez.
I'm trying to like figure it out on the book, but.
Oh, no. You can't cheat. You can't do it.
Maybe it's a different answer for everyone also, especially with when you're speaking to a crowd that's not religious versus religious, they're gonna tell you different things. I think for everyone, a universal answer I would say is contradicting your nature. Going against what you were born with, because everyone, sometimes I'll meet people and say, well, it's my personality, they have to deal with it. I'm like, well, the whole point of life is if you're born this way, you actually have to go against the grain and channel the negative traits into something that will help, like Bichasa, to repair the world. So I think something along.
Okay, so you said how go against the grain. Why? Why go against? Somebody tells you, I don't want to go against my grain. I'm very happy with my grain. What's the purpose? Why? You don't put in the GPS, go against your nature. Again, that's the road you're taking. Your nature tells you to go right. Your GPS tells you to go left, but that's against your nature. But where are you going? What's the goal? So she said, to bring Hashem in this world. You said similar, Becky. You just said that the only way to bring Hashem to the world is to imitate what Hashem did to the world for us. So you do it for. Okay. There's someone in the second row who says, hey, you skipped me.
My GPS like
what the why is or what it is, and I'm trying to place it into like a more, actual, task that I can do. I would say, so for me, my driving force every week is Shabbat. So like my end every week is Shabbat. So every day when I'm doing something, my goal is Shabbat. I know it's only a 7-day goal. I'm not looking at the future. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm not trying to say, okay, I'm trying to reach Hashem or Yisrael or whatever it is. For me, my focus every day is Shabbat. So like my goal weekly for my GPS is guided to Shabbat.
Okay,
Everything I do, whether it's I'm doing grocery shopping or you do the laundry or just, reading something on, the Torah that I can, then share on Shabbat. It's always,
it's a great perspective. However, that was not my question. My question is the life goal. We're going in life.
I think that big picture, so I break it into small.
Right, but again, no, very nice. That's so in the GPS they tell you in a mile you make a right. That's what you just said. But you could only get the GPS to tell you in a mile you make a right if you put an address in the GPS. We're looking for the address. What are you putting there?
God.
Huh?
God.
What?
God?
Yeah, to get to.
You need to be more specific. To get to Hashem.
Yeah.
You could go on top of any building, you jump and you're gonna go straight to Hashem. That's no GPS needed. Okay. Oh, Sharon, you know what? I don't know if you could have a second turn,
No, I just want to add to it.
addendum.
But I heard one time that, for example, like Gan Eden, people think it's a place, but I heard it could be also a state of mind. And I think maybe it's willing to just elevate everything that we experience physically into something spiritual so that we reach that state of mind, so that it's not necessarily.
For what purpose? You got to this state of mind. Okay, so of what? Of yourself? For what? For what? Some people like to eat pizza on the beach. That's fulfilled. They love it.
But that focus is on.
To get closer to Hashem for what purpose?
The unity.
Huh?
For
Get
him.
one.
To become one.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
that's cute.
With Hashem, with the Am Israel, and to be just one unity.
One unit. You spoke already. How many?
Sorry.
That's good. That was good. Oh, she broke already everything before you came. You got to be mitaken if you broke. But you know what? It's you're dramatic. You break a lot of stuff. But think about Adam Arishon, right? He broke something, right? According to everything. Yeah, but when God created Adam, there was nothing broken. When you go, I think it's important to go to the first moment of the Bria. You say, Hashem, hold on. We pause everything. Why do you want to create this world? That's when we're asking the question. You're telling me he broke something, but that's later. That's like plan B. What do we do now? We broke. Oops. So I have to fix it. Okay, got it. That cannot be the purpose of the world because the world was not broken when it started. Hashem creates the world, then we broke it. We got to repair it. I understand it's an aspect of life for sure. If we ask the primary question at the beginning, why? So Tikkun Olam only comes after you broke something. For what purpose?
God created all to bring, that's our purpose here, isn't it? To spread his light, to bring the spiritual into the physical.
To draw it down.
We don't have.
Even without the whole teaching part.
We don't have the same mission. We have different steps, but the mission should be the same. I mean, we created the world for everybody, I think. All right, next.
So I think I'm gonna try to connect what I've learned with many classes with Esther Simon right here.
Oh, that's cheating. I'm sorry. I'm new here. Oh, yeah.
No, so we have a part of Hashem in us. Our neshama is a holy neshama. So that's number one. Now, we also have a purpose. Every single one of us here have a goal in life. We're here because Hashem put us on our birthday because we cannot exist, this world cannot exist without us, number one. So appreciating who we are and how important we are, and we are godly. Okay, number one. Number two, spreading that light, inspiring. Like many women here are so inspiring and inspire us every day to do better. So it's not selfish, it's not just us, it's not my fulfillment for me to be happy today or for me to be, like you said, you have your own drug, your own cocaine, you're the happiest in the world, okay? But that's not the goal. The goal is.
I wasn't talking about myself, just to be clear.
The goal is not happiness. The goal is to bring out that godliness in us, that neshama, and especially us, the Jewish nation, which come back to Tikkun Olam, is to fix the world. It doesn't mean to fix us. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of things to fix ourselves, which also brings back to what Sharon said, which is why we're in a couple or we are friends, is to work on our midot, okay, to improve ourselves constantly, to grow constantly, but on a broader scale, is to guide the other nation. There we are a light to the world, and we are the one who's going to show them right from wrong. Because even though you said at the time of Abraham Avinu, there was nothing broken, but the world is broken. Okay, the idols were wrong. Currently, the world we live in is broken. So our job as the Jewish people and the Jewish nation is to do the work on ourselves and then spread that light to the world and eventually to bring our purpose. So like I said, every single one of us, whether we're mothers, whether we're teachers, whether we have a role in the Jewish world or we only a role in the Jewish world, our job is always to bring back that godliness from us. So I'm connecting there.
Fine. Next. You skip. Next. Okay. Next.
I should pray and to find him on everything and to be a better person every day, better and better.
Okay. Next.
I think I'm gonna keep it a little bit general, and I think it's connecting everyone's work. So for me, it's to serve Hashem. That's what I put into the GPS. Then my child is studying the Torah. We have all the answers, we just don't know it. And by studying, by getting closer, we should have everything we need. And why? Because the Torah says so.
Perfect. Next.
Well, the way that I feel is that Hashem created us like partners, like He gave us the Torah, like the instruction book, and in order to follow the Torah, to bring the holiness into the world, and to express that holiness and everything, and the material things, and in the midos of the people, and to be emulated by the other nations.
Okay, I think why, because, why we are in this world, because I think it's to keep Hashem creation and make it better. Every generation, it's different, and we need to make it better, adapting to Hashem laws and to the Torah and everything. So how we can make it better? Emulating Hashem actions. So that makes us fulfill, and I think that's why we are here.
So I like the word better, which is why what you, I know her name, I don't know your name. Dana? Sarah?
No, Sarah. She said, about better.
Me, I said.
And you. When you say you repair something that is broken, it's as if I made this, right? I made the cup, and I tell you, use it. I don't know, make a cup for you. If you broke my cup, you have to fix it. But if at the end you come back with the same cup, say, yeah, I fixed it. What am I going to tell you? Thank you so much for fixing the cup. I did not give you the cup for you to return the cup. I give you a cup for you to use it. Now you broke it in the middle, fix it and use it. All you were talking about is, oh, I'm fixing what I broke. Yeah, but I didn't create the cup for you to fix what you broke. I created a cup for something else. So we're missing the address still. Now you're like in the middle, you made it. You know what I'm going to compare this to, the tikkun? You're in the GPS. I don't know why I'm doing that. My car is smooth. Okay, you're in your car, you're driving, and you make the wrong turn. Ah! You broke the cup. Thank God the GPS system tells you rerouting. Okay, you got to reroute. When you reroute and you come back to the road, you fix the cup. That's not the address. You're still missing the address. So she's saying we need to do it better. Okay, now I like it because that means I give you a cup, and let's say you come and say, no, my mission is to make the cup better. So you start making little flowers and things. Here, I didn't return the same cup. I'm returning a cup with flowers. Okay, we're doing something. We're advancing. Hashem wants something from us. just to follow, and this is the how. What does he want? What for? What's my mission? Again, I'm looking for the GPS. You spoke. I know it's your house, but you know. Yes. By the way, she's my friend. Don't worry. Everybody relax. Oh, you spoke enough. Yeah, you spoke enough. Okay. Now, I'm not going to give you the answer to the question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an indication that comes from the Torah, which is very, very important. For that, I'm going to give you a simple example. Let's say you want your child to make a beautiful painting. So you say, today is Sunday morning, my kids, I better come up with something because if not, they're going to make my house a wreck. So you come and you want them to understand what you want them to do. What do you do? Very simple. I'm not going to ask you. It's very simple. You buy the colors. You buy the pincel, how do you call the brush, different sizes. You buy a canvas. And that's it. All you have to do is bring the person in front of this. And by seeing the tools you give them, they understand the mission. Right? You came today, you had a piece of paper. That's not a mission, but they want you to write something here. Right? For example, it doesn't have to be like this. But you could learn your mission or what's behind the mind of the person who gives you the work by the tools they give you. It's very simple. If there's a racing a circuit, they give you a car. You understand? Okay, drive fast. They give you the painting, the brushes, the canvas. You got to do something. What? How? Okay, but at least I know. So maybe we have to look in what Hashem gave us in order to understand what our mission is. If I have paintings, if I have the colors and the thing, I know I have to paint something. So we need to know, it's more than the potential. I think it's the tools that he gives you. What are these tools? We're going to discuss a little bit. What did he give us? Because there's one description in the Torah right before he gives it to us. So what he gives us is us, right? We have a lot of things. That's the problem. We have a lot of things. So what do we do with that? Okay. But right before that, Hashem says a description. And that description is 2 words. And I'm going to tell it to you, and now you have to think. How do I connect these tools with my mission? Because Hashem says that he created us, so he's creating us. When he creates us at this moment, it's huge. Because he's telling you through the creation of what he wants, he's going to tell you what he wants from you when he creates you. And he says 2 words, Tselem Elokim. I'm going to explain. Tselem Elokim. Literally, Tselem Elokim means in the image of Elokim, of God. He made us in the image of God. And he put us down here. That's it. Now you got the answer. You have the tools.
So you have to be God. That's the goal? I don't understand.
Godly.
Oh, it's going to take you a long time to understand. That's what we're going to study. What is Tselem Elokim? But the key is there. Everything is there. Everything. When I mean everything, I mean really everything. Tselem Elokim. He gave you here. He put you in front of you, who you are. I create you in my image, says God. That's complicated, but everything is there, and that's what we're going to study. Why is it so complicated? Well, immediately the first thing is, there's no image to God. When you have an image, it means that you have something real. So you have this house, you can take a picture here. You got the tselem of the house. Okay? So when they tell you the tselem of Elokim, what in the world is that? So now we need to talk again. You ready? We need to talk again. What is being created in the image of God, knowing that that's the tools he's giving you now? Because now he has a mission. We don't know what it is. God is there. For some reason, he wants to create the world. We have no idea why. We're never going to know why, mamash. We can't know. Because you're talking now about God's, I can't use the word, I was going to, God's intellect, God's ideas. It's impossible. We're talking about God. He's not human. So we, with our very limited human psyche, we're going to try to read God's psyche and to read what does he want. Okay, we can't do that. The only way we could do that is by looking at the tools he gave us. We have very few clues. The biggest clue we have is he created us for a purpose, and he says 2 words, B'Tselem Elokim, in his image. What does that mean? And even like more practically, what does it mean for you? You know that pasuk, Hashem created man in his image. What does that mean? Quickly, 10 seconds each. Huh? So you see Tselem Elokim, you see responsibility. That's fine, okay. We don't have to be in order. Throw ideas.
Because of Hashem anger, be angry like Hashem. Hashem has compassion, you have compassion like Hashem. There are 13 attributes that are also in mirror to Hashem. So B'Tselem Elokim, the Torah tells us that there's many ways that we emulate Hashem.
Okay.
Within Torah.
So imitate God.
We imitate God with how the Torah directed how God is. How God reacted, we find a model in that. So Torah is our indication of how to be B'Tselem Elokim. Because if the
Don't forget my pending question is now you're back to the how. You're saying, okay, whatever you would do, I would do. Okay, but what's the purpose? I'm not trying to see how to do it. That we know. We follow the Torah, you follow what God tells you. Hey, this is what I want you to do. Okay, good. Well, Tselem Elokim is the clue of what I'm supposed to do. Again, I'm only here today. It's already 11. I'm only here today for one purpose. I need to write an address in my GPS. I'm getting out of here. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. What do I put? Right? And again, you're telling me, oh, if you get angry, you get angry. I got it. I'm hungry on the way. I'm going to stop for eating a sandwich. That's what God will do, right? Good. Where am I going? I have a clue here. It says, B'Tselem Elokim. That's where you're going. You're not saying where you're going. He's saying, I made you B'Tselem Elokim. You have to learn now from that clue what to write on your GPS. What do I write on my GPS?
So it's a direction.
No, it's the Torah. That's my
You already broke before you were metakin. You say, I have an answer, but no.
What is the point? Doing it, like for what?
No, Tselem Elokim, he created you, but Tselem Elokim. He doesn't say, I create you for you to become Tselem Elokim. No, you are Tselem Elokim. And so it's not, you are Tselem Elokim, it's my car. That's who I am. Okay, why would he create you, but Tselem Elokim? Well, I need to know first what Tselem Elokim is in order to know what the mission is, right? Because he's going to give you a car if you need to drive. He's going to give you a brush if you have to paint. Okay, he gave me Tselem Elokim. For what?
Close to Hashem, that's to him.
To get the perfection of
Each person has different midot, and Hashem give you different características de lo que Hashem tiene.
It became a Spanish class. You saw it? I knew it. The first one who broke was not the Frenchies, it was the Spanish ones. Wait, cheese in Spanish. You don't want to interrupt somebody who's speaking in Spanish. Sí, por favor, sigue, señora.
So Hashem gives to each of us different midot. And we need to find that midot in us and emulate it as the maximum potential. No?
I'm observing. I'm just.
Potential.
But he created all of us, B'Tselem Elokim. All of us. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about the human race. We're all B'Tselem Elokim. What does he want from me? I don't agree. Mashiach is to repair the broken.
Yes, but God wants to create the word to Mashiach.
We're not done after Mashiach. That's not true. And we go and we grow and we grow. Hey, the GPS is huge. I'm not, you're talking about, again, smaller goals. I'm talking about the whole creation. Ah. To what?
To
To
will
will
and desire. She said desire and then it hit me.
No, but.
Wait, she doesn't need a spokesperson, yes?
It's called that Hashem created this world for us to create a tirab betarabim, to create a place for him to.
Dwelling place.
Exactly. There is this idea that that Sarah introduced last year in one of her classes, that what it means that we desire to connect with him, that we want to know Hashem. So there, I think that we all have a piece of the answer. It's just that.
Of course, everything is great.
But basically, Hashem is our ultimate destination. He gave us the tool to emulate him. You said like this is our tool. What are we going to do with it? We can become a creator, or we can not use our strength and not emulate him. But if we are here to do something, that we're here to understand that we all own, as Bodine said, a little piece of him. First, we have to unite, maybe, to be together as Echad.
Yeah.
And then we reconnect all the parts of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and then we can emulate him together. But as you said, Eliana, also, we all have a little piece of a little tool, and all together we can maybe realize what Hashem is expecting from us to emulate him, but as one.
You said a lot of things. You lost me. Because you studied like this, then, okay. Next. So house, okay, if I say something bad, she's gonna kick me out.
But of the natural. So, why maybe Elohim? Because we have a different.
Oh, wait. I don't know if what you're gonna say is the answer or not. But you said something very interesting. You picked up on the name.
Elohim.
Very important. Nobody did. Tselem Elohim. It doesn't say to the image of God. I know in any book it's going to translate the image of God. We know God has many names. It picked that one specifically. Tselem Elohim. Getting hot. Tselem Elohim. Why Dafka Elohim? Elohim is a complex name. It's a plural. Plural. Who would want in monotheism to have a plural name for a God? Ooh. Look at you, huh? Look at. Nah, don't. You're gonna embarrass me. Now you're the one. Look at you. All right. Anybody else?
For a different response. Like sometimes God says be compassionate. Sometimes he says you have to show mercy. Sometimes you have to show anger. Sometimes you have to show love. So Tselem Elohim is not a one-word answer. Every situation calls for a different response from us.
Yeah.
What if it's connecting this world to the next, like connecting both worlds, like from like Shamayim up there to here, and I just lost my train of thought.
No, that's very good, by the way. It's very good. Take it back, please. Don't lose it. Don't make me help you.
That would be the purpose.
Maybe now we're getting to a purpose. She's talking about something.
Like being able to.
Oh, she read the book. That's it. She cheated. She cheated. I know her. That's what she does. There is an aspect of this that we need to discuss. Come on, Shara. There's got to be something. By the way, there's got to be something only we can do, right? Because if Hashem created us, is that he. I don't want to use that word. It became very controversial online. But there's something that Hashem wants us to do that he limited himself that he can't do. So it has to do with the physical 100%. And he made us, somebody said, I think you said, so we are gods. You said something like this, no?
So, yeah, so the goal is to be God.
That's the means.
So it was what I said at the beginning. We need to be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
For another purpose. So, yep, maybe. Maybe. Because I was going to ask the next question, which is, at what point of God's existence are we starting to be his tselem? So, everybody said, so you said when you have moment you're angry, you said that before. Okay, so that's already in the middle of the story. When he tells you, you know what, you're mini-me, basically. You're Tselem Elokim, image of God. If you, for example, you take a picture of yourself, right? So they ask you, they say Triat HaMetim, when the resurrection of the dead. At what age we going to come back, It's a simple childish question that they ask, but it's an interesting one. We love you the way you are, don't worry. But you want to come back when you were 25, maybe? 30? Anyways, it's a good question, by the way. The Mekubalim talk about this. What age do you come back? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting question. I don't know how we're going to come back. I have no idea. By the way, I tell you something fascinating. Somebody told me a logical reason why for sure there's going to be resurrection of the dead. Because it's a very esoteric concept. Like, sounds like a horror movie, One day they break the thing and if people coming, I'm going to die if I see that, right? Imagine you see somebody coming up, you say, hey, grandpa, what? It's scary, right? Okay. I don't know how it's going to happen. We don't know anything. Anybody who claims to know is lying because we don't know. Because nobody's lived it and nobody. So it's glimpses and things that we may have heard or have read things, but it's nothing. People tell you this is how it's going to be. Don't believe any of the stuff that they haven't experienced. That's important. But one thing we use is logic. There is logic why there will be Tchiat HaMetim 100%. And you know what that is? It's that it's not fair if there isn't. That's it. As simple as that. You've had thousands of years of history to get to a moment of history, right? Let's say we see Tchiat HaMetim, we enjoy the Mashiach and all this. It's not fair. Why are we the ones who are getting the whole cake when it needed thousands of years of work to get to where we are? So we're going to see it and they're not going to see it? It's not okay. It's not justice. Hashofet kol haaretz lo yaseh mishpat. The judge of the world is not going to do justice. Why would your grandparents and your great-grandparents not see it? They worked as much as us, probably even more. Are we going to see it because we just happen to be alive and they can't see it because they're dead? It's not okay. Just that's logic. That's why there will be Tchiat HaMetim. How? I don't know. But there will be Tchiat HaMetim, 100%. Because God is just. I don't remember how we got here. Honestly, I have no idea. But coming back to our subject. So Tselem Elokim is going to give me the clue of what I'm supposed to be doing. For what purpose? We are mini gods. Tselem Elokim. At what point of God's life, let's call it, at what point of his life did they take the picture? Oh, that's how we got to Tchiat HaMetim. When do you want to come back? How do you want to come back? What age? Good. So now God says, let me take a selfie. That's who you are. Tselem Elokim. Tselem is the selfie, right? Okay, so God took a selfie and says, this is who you are. When did he take the selfie? What I mean to say in a more deep way, with what strength? At what point? Prior to the Briat HaOlam? During? After? What? When? Because this is not a physical picture. You're saying at the end. She's saying at the beginning, the one next to you. She's saying at the beginning, she's saying something very strong. If God had the power to create, right? And he takes a selfie, that means I'm giving you my energy. Is it before the creation or after the creation? Does he want you to create something unique that doesn't exist or not? That's the machloket between green and beige. No, machloket is a healthy thing. It's not. I'm not talking about war. I didn't say milchama. I said machloket. It's a discussion. It's a very incredible discussion. It's deep. When are you? And if you are, because according to beige, you have a name. Sarah. According to Sarah, you are. Hashem gives you that strength. Tselem Elokim, to be creating the same way he created. Ooh, and that's what Sharon was hinting. She said, Yesh me'ayin. Ooh, Yesh me'ayin is something from nothing, because there's two kinds of creation. You know, a builder creates from something, Yesh me'yesh. Can't invent something that doesn't exist. Even lab-grown meat comes from a cell. You need something to create, but God created Yesh me'ayin from nothing. How do you create Yesh me'ayin if you're going that far? Now give me, Sarah, an indication that you are right. That you could be godly in creation from the two words Tselem Elokim. Don't go far. So that is close. Usually when I ask people, Tselem Elokim, what is it? They say to give birth, which is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is very, very powerful. It's very strong. It's still yesh me yesh. You create something from something.
You want something from nothing?
Not yet. We're a little too premature, but what's the indication? How are you so sure that what Michal said is incorrect and that what you're saying is correct? How do you know that? Just from the expression. She said it. Elokim. Why is Elokim the word? Because in the whole of creation, it's the only title of God that we know. Bereshit bara. ויקולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם ויכל. The only name we know in the entire first chapter of Bereshit is Elokim. So when right there, after that tells you, oh, I made man. ויברא את האדם בצלמו, בצלם אלוקים ברא אותו. In that chapter, come on, it's no coincidence. I mean, he's talking about himself, and he's only describing himself as Elokim, and just the description he gives of man is Tselem Elokim. It's no coincidence. It's all the same. So it's got to be that Elokim that he says, Bereshit bara Elokim et Hashem et haaretz, he's taking this, he's saying, here, take it. Do something with it. Don't give me back my cup. I don't want, you broke my cup. That's not enough to bring me back my cup. I didn't give you all these powers to fix what you broke. That's so cheap. That's too cheap. I need something else. Hi. You came for the next class, obviously. Meaning it's time for me to, 11:17. Well, ladies, I know I don't talk about breaking. That's Michal will tell you about breaking stuff. She knows how to do that and how to fix it too. I don't talk about breaking stuff. That was not my class. That's her class. So we have a lot of things to think about, maybe to polish a little bit this idea of what is it that we really want to put in our GPS based on the clue that God created us with Tselem Elokim. See you next week, Bezat Hashem. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.